thelastlickers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Last Lick. I'm your host for today, my co-host, Amy. We have our amazing, beautiful, super women in the building. How are we doing, beautiful ladies?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm great.
You're doing
Good
great.
to see everyone.
To see you too.
And everyone looks good. Just
Thank you.
But my co-host, how have you been? How was your weekend?
What happened this weekend? I was on Twitter most of the weekend. I was
Doing anything
nothing
new?
really, like reading people's shit talk.
Alright.
And the Met Gala happened yesterday. Who was your best dressed?
Oh, Tyler for me.
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler for me. I love the detail and the sun thing. I feel like it was very different.
It was very
And
different.
she's
It was
really putting Africa on the map. I love that
through
for
the
us.
sand. Through the sand.
Through
Yeah.
the sand.
Yeah.
I can see that Lapel didn't like the dress.
Do you know what? No, I think that it wasn't something that I could not imagine. It was not so creative. It looked lovely on her. And I love what she did with her buttocks, where she did the ingrate in the middle of her bum. And she wore like the sand thing as a bag.
Yeah,
Which was cool. But to me, I felt that it wasn't loud enough.
So if you had to rate it, what number would you give it?
Oh,
Well,
you
how would
put
you
me
rate
on
it?
the most. But okay, out of 10, maybe 7 or 6.
Oh my god.
That's fair. I'll give it 10 over 10 though.
Yeah, that was a 10 over 10. The
That was a 10 over
detailing
10
on
for me.
her hand. It
Oh,
was
she had arms.
Yeah,
No, she had
the
like
arm
sand.
and the
was as if the sand was
forearm.
pouring
Pouring.
into from her hand into
Yeah.
the
I
hourglass.
didn't know that one.
You see?
You see, so you didn't really
So
check.
the
I'll add
It's
one
the
more
details.
point to it.
And it wouldn't occur to me to wear a sand dress.
I know, right? It was that's
was
the
different.
thing.
It was very creative.
Very
It was such a
creative,
good
very
idea.
creative.
I
Kathy,
think
what
one
was
of
what's
one.
your favorite look?
So I'm going for Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
that was also really
Nicki,
good.
I love what she wore
I love
too.
color, and that's what Nicki brought for the MET. Like,
And also, I
color.
love what Tiana Taylor wore.
I love the
Give it-
red,
yeah,
and
the
the red
glory rose. It was
like the
given,
roses.
guys.
And
Yeah.
wisdom. Wisdom was
Oh
wearing like a
yeah, my
burning-
favorite.
Yeah.
Why am I shouting? Good. It was very nice. I feel like he deserved to be there.
Yeah.
Because I had this thing where they're talking about how they don't want influencers coming on. They want
But
it to be
he's a-
exclusive to
No,
the
he's a fashion
stars
influencer
and-
and it's a fashion night. So why don't people want him to be there? Like he deserves to
I know
be there.
that's another topic for another day. But today, guys, today we will be delving into something different, relatable, and I don't know if I should call it unusual, but then yeah, something very relatable. Okay, so today we'll be delving into something very relatable. We'll be talking about individuality. Ladies, what do you when you hear about individuality, what comes to mind? What's your take on individuality? Kathy, I can see you want to say something. Please go first.
So I think for me, what comes to mind is how I embrace my gifts and also things that I love about myself and things that I necessarily do not love about myself, but I can't change.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes me Catherine.
All right, great.
Okay.
Amy, co-host.
I feel like individuality, like in the world of Amma, full of Ammas. Why are you a ya? And how do you embrace being a ya in a world
Okay.
full of Amma?
Okay,
That's
I love
my
that.
take.
Raphael.
Yeah. For me, individuality is about really amplifying what is unique about yourself through different aspects of your life. And it's about creating your own path in life, regardless of whether it's been done before or not.
Exactly.
Well, I agree with everything everybody said. I also think same. I think individuality has to do with, you wanting different things. Like how you said, in a world of armor, why are you yeah?
How do you embrace it?
Yeah, how do you embrace it? Like,
Exactly.
you can be you can be a lady and like football, like to dress like, wear baggy clothes, be a tomboy. That's you being yourself. That's you being true to yourself. So that's what I also think about individuality.
And does anyone have any personal experience where you felt different amongst your friends and then it was something Does anyone have an experience like fitting in a friend group? Because I do.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, I was in a friendship group, like, and it was hard for me. I was trying to fit in, like, I was not like an outgoing person, but the friendship group I found myself
They were always going out.
They were always going out, and then I had to keep up, and it was just, and I was so awkward. I was so awkward every time, and then they started calling me fake. Like, oh,
fake?
Yeah, it was a lot of things, and they started calling me fake. And I was still trying to fit in. Like, I wanted to please everybody. Like, I wanted everybody to be my
people pleaser.
Exactly. But looking at it in like hindsight now, I think I was actually fake at that time because that wasn't me.
Okay, yeah.
I was just trying to fit in. And even the way I used to dress, at that time I used to like wearing short things, like extremely short things. And then they used to gossip about me, like my friends. At that time, it wasn't a popular thing to be wearing short things in Ghana. Now we've kind of normalized it. But it wasn't like 10 years ago. If you wear short things, even to the mall, people look at you like, especially if you're not white, people look at you like, and that's how I used to dress.
Okay.
And then it was something I was slut-shamed. Looking at it now, I was slut-shaming. But they used to look at me crazy at that time. And I'm so glad that whole friendship circle came to an end, because it made me see that I was good. Maybe they were not good enough for me. I was good on my own. That. Yeah, okay. And my life has been better.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to hear.
Example.
I think my follow-up question. Great. I think my follow-up question will be, why is being true to yourself important as a woman? Why do you think it's important to be true to yourself? Yeah. Since we are talking about individuality.
I mean, the world tells you what you should do as a woman.
What?
The world tells you, you know, how your life should pan out through movies, through romantic books, through fashion. Even buying decent clothes online is very difficult. So they're really pushing something down your throat. Like, so I feel that being a woman sometimes it shouldn't be difficult, because as women, we're all unique. But the world, I think, is trying to put us in the same box. As a woman, it's important to be true to yourself, because the world shoves a lot of things down our throat, whether we know it or not, directly or indirectly, through movies, through fashion, through music, even through family and social norms. The world says that a woman should do this by a certain time, a woman should have this, you know, a woman should do that. But at the end of the day, every woman is unique and different. And we don't have to do certain things that we're told to do at certain times, or even at all. So being true to yourself means that you make yourself happy. It's not just about making other people or the society happy. You are true to yourself by making yourself happy.
All right. Kathy, do you have something to give us?
Okay, so for me, being true to myself includes working on the things that I necessarily don't like, that are not serving me, and amplifying or making sure that what I love to do, I do them regardless of what anyone thinks.
Yeah.
So I'll just share like a little experience. I remember when I had just come out from high school, and growing up, I always wanted to, I loved like fashion and dressing up. I'd take my mom's lip gloss, wear like heels, and sometimes your parents look at you like, is that all that you want to do?
Yeah.
And obviously you add education to it, but I remember I was doing that all the time. And when I went to school, I kind of did digress a bit, especially in like high school. So I was more of trying to learn and just get good grades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get good grades. But mind you, I still wanted to be that girl that like loves to dress up and do all those things. So one of the bold steps I took, I remember when I just got out of high school, was to even join like a pageant. So I went into Miss Malaika, which for me was stepping out of my comfort zone and embracing changes and just meeting different people that had come from different backgrounds, and we're all trying to get a crown. But that wasn't the main purpose. The main purpose was also to discover who you are as a woman or as a young lady entering adulthood. And I remember that was like an eye opener for me. So there was a part where we're supposed to do a charity, like a charity event or whatever, and I have my views on what I feel like would cause more change. So I took on that role, and there was a whole
brouhaha around it.
Exactly, around it, because you know how girls are. Sometimes we agree to disagree. So it was more of me standing up for something that
you believe in.
I believed in, exactly, and saying, look, this is how I feel like. And naturally, that's not something I would do. So I think as a young lady, like growing up, how you stay true to yourself is being true to the things that you want to always do and going for it. Like what I did. It's not something I necessarily, people around would have thought I would have done that. But I said, Catherine, you know yourself. Like, this is what you love, so go ahead. I think even sitting down here and just
it's a way, like, it's a path.
It's a
discovery.
Pathway for So even sitting down here and just like talking. I mean, it's not everybody that wants to do that or loves to do that, but hey, I don't care. Yeah. This is what I want to do. So go for it.
All right, Kavi, I love that. I also went for Malaika. And I think, we all did the charity. Malaika girlies. I also went for Malaika. Malaika is, I don't know how to put it, but then it's a great platform. I'm not going to lie. When you go for Malaika, you're going to meet people. It's an eye opener. You're like exposed to a lot of things. And sometimes I'll be honest with you, before Malaika, I thought I was confident, right? But when I entered into Malaika, I realized that there were levels to the shit. But so like what she said, I also agree with her. Sometimes, to me, when I hear staying true to yourself, you not staying true to yourself is equal to unhappiness. Because then what are you doing? You're not staying true to yourself. So then you're doing things that you don't really like. And then how are you living the life? Yeah, so
trying to fit in is very uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to you. It's uncomfortable to the people around you.
Exactly. To people around you.
They know. Hard to watch. People can know when somebody's
it's so
fake.
hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I've been caught fake before, and I knew.
Okay. Let me say.
I've been caught fake before, so I know how it feels to be fake and be called fake. And
it hurts. Those are words that I'll feel hurt when someone calls me fake.
But you know what? But you know what? I want to say this. Sometimes I think another part of like embracing your individuality is not being scared to be called fake, especially if it's something you want to do. You know, because sometimes people would stereotype you that, okay, you're this type of person. Like, here's
the case. She is talking about something she didn't necessarily really wanted. She felt like she had to because her friends were. It's different if it's something you are really passionate about, and then people are like bashing you, like, you know.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, and then I ended up being called fake because it wasn't authentic. Like, obviously, what I was.
Because at the end of the day, everybody can see you and they can feel that energy.
Exactly.
There's a difference between wanting to be better.
I know, right?
You can want to be a better person and make different habits. But when you're being fake, people actually want you to be yourself. Like, everybody is more comfortable when you are yourself. It builds trust. I know this is what I expect from you. This is who she is. And everybody knows you. This is Mimi. This is Catherine. This is Catherine. You know, everybody is everyone. But when you're being fake, people don't trust you. And so it makes them very uncomfortable around you. You know what I mean?
Why do I have to care?
Can I say something? I agree with what you're saying, but I have this little thing. I don't know about you, but let me talk about myself. So if you know me, you might say maybe Catherine is an introvert, and some people know me to be like an extrovert, and some people know me to be antisocial, and some people know me to be sociable. In all those like circumstances. I'm not pretending. It's just depends solely on maybe my mood or like the environment. So if yes, you can be yourself, but some people have different personality. I'm talking for myself because I feel like sometimes I kind of go into a zone, and then sometimes I'm very flamboyant. Like I'm talking to everybody, and some days I want to be just like meditating or just thinking, and somebody might say, okay, that's this girl, like what's going on with her? Okay, that's not her behavior.
It's like a pattern
What are
thing.
we getting at, lady? I'm a bit confused.
I'm saying that she said something. She said you can be true to yourself, right? And I'm saying that sometimes, right, it's necessarily people have different like multi personalities. So if you meet someone that has multi personality, doesn't mean that they're not being true to themselves.
That's
All
what
I'm saying.
Be true to yourself.
I feel like we all have different, ideologies about being true to yourself. But personally, I feel like what you said, the example you gave with your friend trying to fit in and stuff, you realize that wasn't you. It's a path to you still staying true to yourself.
And also, we all have, when we're at work, we can't be the same as when we're with our friends. So yeah, we're gonna have to be different in different environments. But being true to yourself is also not just about how you behave. Because at the end of the day, we can all know if she's in this set or he's in this certain situation, this is how they behave. You see a pattern. You know that, okay, yeah, this is what I've seen before. It's a pattern. If they're with their parents, this is how they behave. It's a pattern. So you understand the patterns within people's life. But it's also about your character. It's also about your values. Can you maintain those character and values wherever you go? And that is also about individuality and being authenticity. It's so much deeper than the way you behave. But it's about, can she stand on what is right everywhere she goes, or does she pretend or he pretend when
if pretending is what makes you happy, do it. Because honestly, this is how I understand being true to yourself as a woman. Whatever you do that makes you happy, whatever contributes to your personal growth, whatever makes you happy, at the end of the day, if you feel this sense of fulfillment,
so it's like,
that is the
if I'm a woman and I like to gossip,
and if you feel that brings you a sense of fulfillment,
it impacts like people around me negatively, should I embrace that kind of individuality? What do you girls think?
Yeah, then because everyone will know you as the gossip.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if we are not here to say this is bad, this is good. If that's the path you want to go on,
because that's the different part would be, as she said, there's personal growth.
Personal growth. If you think that's
you probably feel like maybe I gossip too much, or maybe I'm a bitch, or like maybe I spend too much time thinking about like guys, or I'm a money spender. There's certain things that you like, certain habits. And I think that's more of like your personal growth, and that's very different, right? Well, you don't think so?
Honestly,
what I was gonna say is that there are certain things that are good and certain things that are not good. Like
I assume we all know that.
Yes, but you were saying something about gossiping. We cannot say whether it's. We have to understand that as this, the last week, we want to empower women. If instead of gossiping, go and do research on the business you want to do. Like, I would never encourage someone to gossip.
You're not encouraging
about somebody, or even say that is okay.
Yeah,
That's
but she just gave an example.
Me being myself, like me embracing my individuality,
because you know what,
impacts like negatively, like people around me negatively.
What do I do about it?
Yeah, should I embrace
it?
And say,
ladies,
okay,
let me not even cut you. Yeah, let me not even cut you. We have some people that when they are doing something wrong, they don't even realize that what they are doing is wrong. They feel right about it. That is why I was saying that if you feel that with that lifestyle, it is fostering your personal growth, go ahead. We are not going to stay here, even though we are here to empower women. We are also not going to stay here and say that you stop this. We are not going.
Yeah, we're not
right.
So,
but Lapel, looks like you have a contrary opinion.
Yeah, I feel that if you don't stand on anything, you will stand. If you don't stand for something, you will stand for anything.
Yeah.
And that's me. Everybody's not like me. And I'm somebody with black is black and white is white. And if I feel that something is not good, I feel it's not good. And if you feel that is good, it's cool. but I'm not going to sit here and say yes if I don't feel like
that.
it's good. Because if I had a little sister, I would not say to her, if you feel like it's fostering your personal growth, go ahead and do it. And then in my mind, I know, hey, this can take her somewhere where she doesn't want to be.
I feel like that's why I was
but you see,
I want everybody to like express how they feel about this topic. This like, because if your individuality is impacting people around you negative, you can say, "Oh, my individuality is stealing. There's nothing I can do about it. Me, I like taking people's things without asking them, and
I think
they have to
more
deal with it."
And you know what, Lepa, you said something, and you see, you always say this. You say, "Be yourself." So it's still contradicting.
People should be free to express themselves.
Express themselves.
I feel like this topic is
gossiping about somebody,
and that's how life
I think we're confusing a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because let's talk about individuality and authenticity. You gave a beautiful definition initially. And can you say that again if you can find it? If not, that's fine. Let's recap. It's about amplifying what is unique about yourself.
What is unique about you, exactly.
And remembering.
Yeah, what is unique about someone is gossiping.
You have to, no, but look, I think if I was to go into Google right now, there are habits, there are behaviors. And then there's ways they are learned behaviors. Gossiping is a learned behavior. You're not born a gossip. You're not born a thief. These are things you learn. So that is not to do with individuality and authenticity. When you come out of your mother's womb, there are things that make you unique. Some people are naturally gifted in certain areas. Some people have a big bum. Some people have skinny bums. These are the things that
physical,
make us.
So there's physical, there's also mental. Innate things.
But as for gossiping, cheating, stealing, all of these things are learned. That's why it's important that when you have a child, you take them to a certain school, you watch what friends they have, because you don't want them to learn bad habits. Nobody is born a killer, unless maybe they have certain things wrong in their brain. It's been known that killers have different things in them. But for you to say somebody is born being a gossip is a part of individuality, I think it's a bit misleading.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Because if we have nieces, nephews, children around us, we wouldn't say, leave her, that is how she is. No, we want to correct them to do the better thing.
So that has to do with
no one also said
personal growth in terms of working on things that you don't like about yourself. But that's also part of individuality, because it also involves, yes, like even with talents, right? You're blessed with a talent, and now you have your talent. But I don't know, there's a parable of the talents where God gave people talents, and some didn't work on it, some buried it, and some like improved on it. So how do you improve your talent? You improve your talent by learning on it, learning everything that has to do with the talent. So you love to talk. You learn everything that has to do with talking. Like I remember I learned this strategic thinking, and it's like public speaking. I learned somewhere that even Barack Obama learned public speaking. So he didn't just get up.
It's something you learn. You have to. That is what I did in school.
Exactly,
you have to learn. You learn.
You have to learn it. So I think we need to also understand that everything is the good and bad. You're taking the
Thank
good.
you. I feel like I didn't want to cut you. Okay. I understand what you
read the
meant
definition again, because the definition has
let me read something for you. We are not even talking about even learned behaviors, because even though learned behaviors can also be it can also be something that makes you different.
Yeah, but we're talking about the negative things.
Oh no! It was just something it was a passing words. How do you go? It was just a passing sentence. Yeah. It was something she wanted to
feel like. Let me sit in something which is not.
No, that is not real. Because is that what we are saying, Mimi? No, how can we sit on here and say gossip?
To say like, it's like, how does the society, sometimes the environment you grew up in can, how do I say this?
Affect or have an
impact. Yeah.
So have an impact on how you become.
Gosh. Okay.
Guys, this is sticking it. Let me read something I saw here.
And where is it from?
And it's from vocabulary.com. It is explaining individuality. It says whether it's eating breakfast for lunch, learning Celtic step dancing, building birdhouses for popsicle sticks, showing off shack tattoo, or speaking with an Australian accent on Tuesdays. All of these things can express your individuality, meaning what makes you unique. So I just didn't want us to like, even though we are not here to talk about bad stuff, I don't want you to say, oh, individuality has to be
only
just the
positive.
Positive things.
Yeah.
Right?
But
It's funny how they
society things society views as positive.
Yeah. But do you know that there are, okay, different cultures, some things like in Ghana, for example, we can't use our left hand to eat or to shake somebody's hand. But in the UK, I can give something to my mum with my left hand. I can eat with my left hand. Is not. So yeah, in some societies, things are seen as positive. In the Western world, you can move in with your boyfriend before you get married, have children, and it'd be fine, share the mortgage. But in Ghana, it's a taboo. You can't go into your boyfriend's house, have children before he has paid your bride price. So a lot of these things are relative to culture. Yeah, but it's important in the definition that you gave. They didn't say killing people for fun. They didn't say anything negative in that expresses your individual. So I think when it comes to individuality and authenticity, it's about amplifying the good things that can be better to society. I feel like the negative things, if I'm going around in circles, I'm sorry. The negative things are more
like
of
this is a reach. We are not really.
No,
I think we should do away.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a reach, but also
I guess where she's coming from.
Yeah, where she's coming from. But you
Go
wanna
ahead.
go?
Go ahead.
But,
Who is talking?
But this is what I think when we just liken individuality to personality, then we will have like just a cool football ground to play with, right? So it more has to do with personality, and even in something that I learned, psychology, there's nature and there's nature. So it's like a human being. Your personality can be determined. It can be determined by your nature or your nature. And I think even us having this discussion is also letting people know that you can improve on whatever you don't like about yourself, even if it's nature or it's nature.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to get there. So when you even mentioned the gossip
Nature.
thing, and before she even came in, I was about to say, sometimes when you even do, when you have certain habits and you think it is not impacting people, when you self-reflect, you know that, no, this is not helping me. This is not leading me to, a path of like finding my true self. So, you can do away with that. I felt like I was about to say it too, like you said something. So
I think you said that if it's leading you to a place and you're happy, continue doing it. That's why I said what I said.
Obviously, we'll get to a point that gossip. Sometimes someone can see. There's this saying that says, "Oh, every day for what is this?
One day for the dog, for the owner. Every day for the dog, one day for the owner.
Every day for the thief."
One day for the master.
Yeah, so the more you keep stealing, it will get to a point where you're going to get caught. That is when you're going to realize that this is so no one does something forever. I just didn't want us to be like, oh, we are judging people of, we are not judged. We are here to empower, share our experiences, take what you have to take and then leave what you have to live. Yeah, true. So that was what I wanted us to get at. Not that we are here to like enhance or talk about you go and gossip. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that being said, I would like to come again.
No, I'm like, what's your next point?
Yeah, my next point will be what do you think? What do you think I don't know how to put this question. What are some challenges women face in embracing their individuality? What do you think are some of the challenges that women face?
As I said, you might be called names. People would frown on whatever you're doing because maybe everybody dresses like this around where you grew up, and you know that this is not something I like. Like when I wear this dress, I feel like a different person. This is not, it's not serving me. Yeah. I'm not happy. And then you get judged because everybody around you is going this way and you want to go this way. So that's one thing. So
that's some challenges.
It's really hard.
I feel like with this, let me just read a little something just so we get. With this point, it delves into specific obstacles or societal pressures that may uniquely affect women's ability to express themselves authentically. Yeah.
And sometimes you
so
might
we know
see
how we are going to go about.
you might see. There was a time I saw a post on Instagram. Somebody was like, she doesn't want to have children, and 99% of the comments on that video was insulting her, calling her names, like she's selfish.
I've seen that before.
You've seen that before, like
That's silly.
yeah. It's
People, okay. People are not saying somebody's selfish for having an abortion, but they are selfish for not wanting to have a child. So I don't understand.
like,
Why are you judging someone for saying they don't want a child, period, and then someone who gets rid of it, then is it a better thing? So
I get
it's
what
our
you
own
mean.
rule.
I get what you
You know what I mean? Like,
if your parents didn't have you, would you be here to even say that you don't want to?
But
Did I send them to
logically,
have you?
logically, that does make sense if you deep it, because we're brought on this world to multiply.
Did I
To
ask them to
multiply,
have you?
in
To
the
multiply.
Bible, if
So
you're
when
going
you-
according to
when
the
it's-
Bible,
exactly. So when it's
But
your
did you-
10 and you say,
Did you?
you don't want to bring.
so you know what?
I don't
That's
wanna
what-
bring
I don't
forth
wanna bring
children.
forth children.
No,
Exactly.
sometimes seeing the way the world is becoming, some people feel like the world is becoming tougher,
crazy.
So it's
more
a,
cruel.
So, yeah. So I always say this: if people, that's a problem, right? You feel like the world is becoming tougher. That's why I probably don't want to have kids. Like you have your, it's fears.
Yeah.
So you're facing fears, and fears can be changed. Like, let me
And
say
some
something.
people
What if the lady
say,
feels like, oh,
I don't want to
she's
be
probably incapable of taking care of kids?
Yes,
That's
I don't
why
want
she
to be
doesn't want to.
responsible for anybody.
Anybody.
So those are just that would be the exception to the rule.
Do you have a friend who has a kid?
Yeah.
Do you
Lots
see
of
how
friends. Tough it is. Yeah.
tough it is?
But I don't
Like,
think that should
especially if
scare
you-
you.
I mean,
If
I
you
have
don't
a
look
kid.
at
like
someone.
I said, you see, that's how I always say this, right? In the end of the day must end.
Are you?
But let me say that in the end of the day, it's more of, I think it's more of like fears. So you have your stereotypes, you have fears and things that you felt were not right or felt you couldn't do, and you do your research, or you meet a couple of people and you talk to them about it. You're vulnerable about it. Like for me, I don't know about but other people, but sometimes I'm more. I think I'm more scared of like maybe like childbirth, right? And the things I've seen, and I think a lot of people can't really like relate to. We've heard stories, but we've heard beautiful stories too.
Sometimes
So
it's not about like some people are just not wired like that to have children, and they can't go to a therapist or unlearn it.
Why?
Because that's how they are wired. I just do not want to have kids.
okay, so
that's fine. That's fine.
I think,
And people, the society is like, you're selfish, calling them names.
But society that you see, there's another thing. Society can say yes, because in the end of the day, it's more like a norm. It's just like if you're doing something, you know what you're doing. It kind of does sound that way. You're choosing that path. So sometimes I always say this: you could, if you know within you that I can't do this because of certain reasons, because some people can't give birth because of maybe health complications and things
some
like
people
that.
actually can't
And-
because of
and
because they can't, not because they can and they say they won't.
And
you know?
yeah, society would
So
really say,
should-
would talk.
You see, right now, it feels like we are judging people who don't want to have. Because
yes.
we are trying to. Why can't you? We are behaving like the
It's
people in the
not-
Instagram comments.
It's
Like,
none
no,
like
I'm
as a
not-
mother
I'm not
myself.
saying that. I'm
As a
not
mother
saying-
myself will be good because I think I'm the only mom on this place.
okay,
Yeah,
But I'm
because
just
how
saying,
did we
you know what?
forget?
Let me just add this.
Speak on
Because
it.
I'm not judging anyone. I'm saying that, like, your driving force in terms of the fact that you don't want to do that because of society shouldn't propel you, in terms of if you know in your heart that's not what you want to do, and you can't really please society like that, you know. So if you've done it in your all your power, and you said, look, this and that, you thought about it, you've done taking the help, you've decided, look, I've searched inside me, I just don't feel like I can do this. Like, own your decision. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying just own your decision, because you can't probably
we are saying
really
the
make
same
society
thing.
happy.
we are saying the same
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
Like, at the end of the day, if you have a child, there's some people that become pregnant that don't birth the baby.
Yeah.
It's a choice. Anyone who has a child, they've said, I'm going to see this through to the 9th month. That is somebody's choice. So why is my womb Your business. Why is the university course I take your business? Why is what I do with my time your business? I feel like we should handle childbirth the same way we handle what career we want to take. It's none of anybody's business whether I want to have a child or not. Like, are you going to pay for my child's education?
But society, the world we live in, everybody's like, as a woman, you have to have a child. If you don't want to have a child, you're selfish. But that's my individuality. That I want to backpack around the world.
I want to be a rich auntie.
I like
auntie Steve.
And do you know what? There are a lot of people
there are a lot of people like that.
took care of their brothers and sisters. Like there's a YouTuber, I forgot her name unfortunately. She got married in Ghana. She lives in Ghana, and she said she doesn't want to have a child because she's already looked after a child because her mother left the son with her.
She doesn't want
since
to
she was
repeat
young.
history.
She said she has done it all before. She's gone to the parents' evening. She's picked them up from school. She has become a mom. And it traumatized her at a young age of taking that response. So she said, this is my time now. So sometimes it's not from a bad place.
Feels like she was robbed.
She feels like she was robbed.
Yeah.
So people that don't want to have a children, it's not like they're
That
being
makes
stubborn.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
that's
there
what I
are
was saying.
more
So they know their
factors
story.
behind
So
it.
if they know their story,
All right.
that's fine.
Any other challenge you guys
That
would
men
like
face.
to
Any
that
other
women
challenge?
face? Because I just came across gender stereotypes, pressure to conform, double standards, lack of representation, intersectionality, has to do with LGBTQ and stuff, social expectations and workplace biases.
And in this society, you know, the city is not strong as it used to be. Hey, wouldn't it be better for you and your husband to try and become something, then pop a baby out, then one person will not have to work? Sometimes we have to look at the practicality of it all.
Yeah.
Because you want good for your children, you want them to eat well, go to a good school. So sometimes it helps not to have children, to think about it, and it will come. You know, so there's sometimes there's a practicality about it. As for me, sometimes I say, "Oh, why did I have a child? Oh, this is long. Like, it's a forever responsibility. It's not easy. Once the child is in your life, you're finished. You are finished. Let me tell you this: your life is not your own. The song like, "My life is not my own. To you, I belong. I give back." Your life is given away to that child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, who really?
But aside that, it's a beautiful experience.
beautiful experience.
They're lying to you.
Oh, that fell. Wow.
Oh, wow. They're
Is that-
lying.
is that
It's
beautiful
not beautiful
experience?
experience.
now
I'm sorry, guys. Wow.
When it's beautiful, you get them dressed. And it looks
Yeah,
like when they go home,
like-
you see the
like having
Okay, I like
having
the
a
fact that
child
you put
is-
it this out though.
It's very romanticized on social media, and
So it's
they
a
only
fairy
show
tale.
they only show the good part.
Wow, okay.
Hard.
We are taking notes.
Yes, no, don't let them
So-
lie
so-
to you. It's hard work. Sometimes you even be depressed.
I've
that,
seen it
I want to go
firsthand.
out and smoke shisha, but I have not to look after my daughter.
Oh my
Honestly.
And then
Really?
It's not easy. Like, it's easy when you have a loving family and people support you.
even
Okay.
with that,
Even with that, is your own child, it be your own pikin. Not be the pikin. So even if they're with a caregiver, a nanny, you
At
don't
the
know
end of
what's
the day, they're still
happening.
going to come
your
back
mind
to
is
you.
still there. You're
Yes,
out,
yeah,
but
you're
you're still
still
thinking.
there.
So don't let them lie. Oh, have children, you're young. No, your parents will never tell you the suffering they suffer. The nights, the non-sleep nights. The nappies you have to change. I still wipe my daughter's bum when she's 6. Every time she did shit, I then wipe her bum. I'm not free. You're never free.
Oh,
Imagine having 2 and then 3 and then
oh
you're
my
finished.
God.
You
Raphael.
just you're lucky. Don't let any guy get into the door.
I love this rant.
Let them put money in your bank account before they pay before you have a baby. For free.
my
Guys, I don't even know what's thinking.
Don't be having baby for free.
it's big sister advice. Big sister advice. I love it. I love it.
Power. I thought this is not empowering.
Cash out. Every child you can cash out.
Oh wow.
Cash out.
Oh wow.
Oh
The
my
guy will be
God.
free and go and chill with his friends, and you will suffer breastfeeding the child.
But you know what? It's not every. That's why I said. You said something. You said having a very supportive partner, and I think another thing is having like mating with someone that actually wants to be a father and
Yeah.
knows and wants to be
Yeah,
a
I think
father.
then you wouldn't feel that much, you know.
I just love how now, like, push presents have been normalized.
It should be normalized
Yeah,
because babe, it's life and death.
I love
read
it.
this right now.
I just love it.
Anyway,
It's actually life and death matter.
is.
Shoot.
it is.
Some
So
people
I
go
feel-
and they
I feel
don't
like
come
that's-
back.
That's the
Oh my
embarrassing
God, did you
thing.
guys see the
Some
video
people go and they don't come back. Wow.
on social media? Wait. I need to talk about this. of the woman pushing and her asshole like a lad. You didn't see it? Oh my god!
Yes, please let's refrain from production team. Our production team told us that every year, exactly. I think so.
That's what I said.
Let's bring it back.
If we are going to talk about any video or our viewers are not seeing it, so please let us refrain from talking about it. I think I'm already imagining it. I have a visual this thing. I don't want to be thinking about things like
the
that.
vagina to the anus. And then they sew you up. You think it's easy, you think it's beautiful.
Lapel,
when they take pictures.
Lapel, relax.
Do you know how they look? I don't know what is happening downstairs.
Viewers, please, with the heat of everything that's going on.
You have to put ice there.
Wow, lapel.
When you eat, you have to put water in your weed. And they sting you. I think we need
guys, with
don't
the
let
heat
any
of the
guy
moment, you can feel the conversation. You can feel the vapor from the conversation. I know you
like
can.
We need an episode for lapel to vent.
To rant, yes.
To rant.
But ladies, I know you're enjoying the conversation. I can't wait to I want to hear your views, your opinions about what we are talking about. So if you want to say anything, just flat out comment section. Let us know what you think about what we are talking about. If you have different opinions, you can put it on there as well. Let's just get chatty. Ladies.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to add something.
Cool down. Yeah, Kathy.
I would say you asked the question. You said, what are the challenges as a woman I've faced?
Yeah, that was
being living in my truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go back to just growing up, right? Growing up, I love to what's it called? Would you believe if I said I was like a tomboy?
I was too. It's not surprising.
I've seen you wear, some outfits that could say that.
Exactly.
But would you believe if I also told you I was a tomboy growing up?
I can believe
You
that.
can believe.
Just because
Wait. Oh my god. Please, let's take it way back. let me not do that whole I was a tomboy, but then I was also a girly. Let's just imagine that.
That's fine. Why you making it seem like
so that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't look like, oh my god, it's like I don't know. I used to really love my dresses, but then in the house I felt so comfortable when I'm wearing my brother's baggy trousers and then his big top. I don't know, I feel so free in that part.
Yeah.
Would you go out like that?
Would I go out? Yeah, I could go out like that. And that's what I'm saying now. You know what I'm realizing, right? All this is teaching me is that sometimes as an individual, there are certain things that you love to do and you feel like society is going to frown on it. But let me just tell you a little secret. Now, certain things that we used to do back then, even for me, the whole tomboy thing, I'm seeing girls now
doing it now. Now so it's a thing.
There's so many things that I was doing, and I used to do it in my house, right? And just it's Kathleen style. It's my own personal thing. Yeah. But now, next week, there's something popping up that I always wanted to do. I'm so you know what's telling me? It's telling me that look,
just be you.
Live in your truth. And you, honestly. Because
I also remember one time it was, I don't know if you guys used to call it our day, vacation. I remember there was this one time I took my brother's shirts, summer shirts, and then I took his. Funny enough, my brother's stuff used to fit to me. I wanted to wear that. I wore kambu for the vacation. I came out, everybody said, what the fuck are you wearing? I'm like, that's what I want to wear. It looks nice. I remember my brother, Mimi, don't laugh. I actually look good in it. I mean, if you ask me, I look good in it. But my brother was on and on about why you dress, you're a girl. Why you do this? Why do you want to wear this? Why do you want? I feel like it shouldn't be that way. If that's why I feel comfortable in it, that's why I feel like, oh, I look nice in it. Why don't you just allow me to wear that instead of trying to be you're a girl, wear dress,
but you know what, girls,
I used to wear extremely short things, very short, right under my ass.
Y2K.
I star skits. Yeah,
I used to, and then people used to judge me every time. But now, see,
it's a thing.
Where's everyone is wearing short skirts,
right?
I'm
afraid. For me, even in the UK, I'm afraid to wear miniskirt in this country. And when I see Ghanaian girls doing it, I'm saying, what vim do they have to do that?
Even this one that I wore, when I was coming, people were looking at me, but I'm like,
Ghanaians would always do anything short.
The country is hot.
It's very
hot.
Allow me to put my shit on.
I don't like it.
It doesn't mean I'm being immoral or I'm dressing indecent.
That's my style.
That's my style.
Someone can dress moderately and still be
dresses, and they're like the
And
baddest.
they are snakes.
They're like snakes.
Yes.
Sometimes it depends on the person's character. But
That's our society, dear.
but
Yeah,
we also
get
need
to
to understand that society judges for your appearances and how you look, and then they
Exactly.
tag you or put you in a box and say,
Yeah, so at the end
this
of the
girl,
day,
send your tear, those type
thank
of
you,
things.
but at the end of the day, please don't listen to them. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, are you
long
living
as-
for them or you're living
That's
for
why I
you?
always say this.
As long as you're comfortable.
Even at home, like my mom used to always complain those times how I used to dress. Like sometimes she would force me, like, why are you wearing this? I think she has grown to
Understand?
understand, agree, accept it.
Same.
Exactly.
Because those times sometimes I can wear a long dress and when I get out I'll just remove it and
Yeah.
wear what
That's
I'm
So
wearing
that what you
under.
want exactly.
Exactly. When you said this, I remembered something. When I was younger, I think 20, I feel like what I've come to say, I feel like my mom manifested it. So there was a time my mom, like growing up, my mother knows her child. She knows how sometimes you can turn out. So you like these things. My mom used to complain that, hey, Mama, I don't want to see you having tattoos. So I don't want to see you. Anytime, I just remember, anytime, it's like me. Don't say it. The moment you say it, I'll go and
That's
do
what I'll
it.
do.
My mom used to talk about she not liking piercing. She doesn't want to do it. I went to pierce. I did one too.
That small one.
Yeah, that's more when I did it. When she saw, she was like, hey, mommy, that's all she can say. I remember her talking about me not getting tattoos. I have 4 tattoos now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hey. Only the one that your husband can see, eh?
Exactly, but they are not visible. So,
Okay.
so I let you see it. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes when someone, just be true to yourself. If that's what you really want to do, you make sure you're happy.
You just
Don't
remind
be.
You remind me of a story.
Yeah, when
You know, I was in the labor room,
Oh God.
and you know
Not again.
You know, I had a C-section.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah, you mentioned
I wasn't dilating, so I had to have an
Yeah.
emergency
So they put you an
C-section.
epidural or what?
They put an injection, but it wasn't an epidural. I think it was another one.
Okay.
While I'm in pain, I'm hiding my tattoos.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Look
Judgment.
Oh.
Guess what? I'm nearly dying. The baby's pushing, but I'm not dilating. My mom says, "Hey, these children, they won't listen. They have tattoos." And me, I'm like,
Why was she talking about something that she was much more concerned about the
she was.
tattoo?
They even told her to leave the room.
Wow.
That's how. Even at my big age, I was still afraid to show my mom my tattoos, even when I'm in labor. So I understand what you're saying.
Wow. At the end of it, my mom won't do anything. She would just say, hey, my Maraba, that is all. I feel like sometimes you just allow.
But
I mean, when we say allow people, if it's going to be the end of them, don't allow that. But, if I feel like these are like trivial stuff, it shouldn't
She
be
even
like that
said-
of a big deal.
She said, before you come to Ghana, get this
Remove.
I said, are you going to pay me to remove? Do you know how much it will cost? Do you know how many sessions I will need to remove these? Hey, my mom was concerned about how people will judge me, but nobody has judged me too
but
much.
you know, but that's why I have a problem with. I'm like, honestly, I think if my parents, my mom or my dad doesn't want me to do something, and they start with every time it's all about what will people say. I don't even want to hear it. Honestly, like
Because societal expectations.
from my point of view, from where I've reached, I don't do things
for people. Yeah.
I've told my mom
I don't do
that
things for people.
personally.
Like,
I've told my mom that I don't give a fuck what
About
anyone
people.
Yeah, and when I say I don't
and
give
the
a
moment
fuck-
you come to that realization, you start
and
living life.
exactly. And when I say I don't even give a fuck, it means that, look, this is what I want to do. Catherine is staying true to herself. Like, this is what I like to do. I'm gonna do it, regardless of what you think or what you feel. Because one thing I've realized that is worse than anything is to have regrets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to live your life and you're like 20
I
years
didn't
down
do
the line
this.
and you
I didn't
still have
do that.
regrets, living for your parents. I remember I told my mom, there was a point where I told everybody in my family, I said, look,
Fuck everybody.
from now to my 20 somethings, I've been living from what you guys want me to do. Guess what now? Like,
we are
Catherine-
done.
Like,
Ooh.
Catherine is doing her.
I'm proud of you, Kathy.
No, but honestly, I was like, I'm done, because every single
There's a
single
point
time
you
it's
get
like,
tired.
oh my god, what will my parents
My
think?
mom
What
think.
will my mom think? What will my
I
sisters
feel like
think?
I stopped thinking that over a decade ago.
Yeah, over me too. That's what I'm saying. Over like 5 or 7 years, I stopped
Even
thinking
me,
that
that has
way.
a child that I'm a parent, me too, I'm still thinking about what my mom saying.
no.
Oh no,
Oh,
then
no.
you're a prison.
And my mom
honestly.
is very
No.
supportive of everything I do now because she's seen that I've turned out really well.
That's why I say,
Exactly.
I feel like you
Yeah.
give,
By
you give your
going-
kids exactly.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
going in my own way back
You,
then.
you give your
I still
kids the
turned out
full
with my
armor
own way.
of God, and you trust their judgment.
And pray
that
for
they-
them.
Pray for them.
Yeah.
Trust that they're gonna be good.
I've gone to school.
Yeah.
You want me to stop depending
Yeah.
on you. I've stopped depending on you.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, what you can do
So she's not even
as a
pushing me.
parent
is
just
support me and pray
advise,
for me and
support, and
advise
I'm
pray.
not married, but she's not really pushing me. Get married. She knows that it will happen at my own time.
Exactly.
At the right time.
At the right time.
I remember sometime my mom passed this comment about when are you going to give birth? When I'm like, I told her, AC, relax. Like your era and my era is very, very different. Don't come in. I can't repeat. I mean, I told her something I can't share here, but then I told her, you don't want me to repeat history, do you? Because our era is like very different. You can't bring a child and then you're not unable
ready.
to like, So Charlie,
They always say, "Oh, give birth, God will take care of it."
Yeah,
God
that's
will not take care of it.
honestly.
Would you take care of it? Even now,
Even
Mama will say,
now,
what
no.
time are you coming home? The grandma will
Babe, I swear, that's what mom
to
said.
your children, your parents.
Oh,
I got the same this thing today. Like, where are you going? What do you mean? Where am I going? Like my mom, I feel like my mom.
No,
Yeah.
to be fair to them, sometimes it comes from a place of, "Oh, I hope you be safe." Like,
I will be safe.
you see,
now.
that's why I said that you've
comes
trained
from a
your
place.
kids, you've given them, like, you've taught them morals, you put them out there. You just trust and you pray to God that they're going to be okay. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take it. Like, for me, I always say this, no matter what I do, I'm always going to take my parents' advice.
Yeah. Oh, of
But
course.
I always say that I would like solicit or tell them that, look, in the end of the day, I talk to my mom when I want to do something. I say, or like my dad, I say, this is what I want to do. My mom will say, or my dad will say, oh, look, I support you, but try it this way. I might resist in the first moment
Because you feel
I'm
like
just,
yours,
and then
yeah.
I'll go back, and when I'm sleeping, it's just haunting me. Like,
Listen to
just like
mom's
you need to
advice.
listen to what they said.
I know,
And
right? Yeah.
that's not a bad thing. So
Yeah.
sometimes I say, mommy, just trust me.
Trust me.
But I feel like most African parents,
I feel like they're controlling.
they don't
The
know
thing
how to
is,
do
Yeah,
that.
I feel like
We have to
I feel
get
like
to a
they
point-
feel like the moment they brought you to like listen to me, I'm always
have
right.
mercy.
You're not
And
always
the way
right.
the advice is,
True.
"Oh, you've had so many experiences. Your time is different from now. Like, things were different when you were growing up. The world is different now. Things are moving in a faster pace than because even technology, like today, you wake up, there's something new. Tomorrow, there's something new. The world is moving at a faster pace. So if you want to slow down your children, they will be left behind, and their peers are just moving
I'm
forward.
not one
Things
to be
are-
slowed.
My mom, I said, my mom, oh,
I'm flash
I
with
feel
it.
like the society needs a lot of change, especially our part of the world. We need to learn.
Gradually,
we need to unlearn.
gradually. It will
we need
happen,
to
but
relearn.
gradually.
And as growing adults, we need to like not try and repeat what has happened.
So,
Preach.
but I agree with what you're saying. You know, like
We
how
can take
Kathy, we're
some
talking
things
about
from
how
them,
sometimes
but
your
we need
parents should
to
be
unlearn.
patient with you. I feel like sometimes we also need to learn to be patient with them.
Without
You know, there are some
being-
things they also don't know in our current world. So I
Yes.
try my best to sometimes tell my mom, teach her
And
about
sometimes they do not
certain
want to
things that
agree.
things are different right
They
now.
don't want to
Yeah.
agree.
Like,
Oh, I have gone through all this. Please, that was.
sometimes my mom will be like, "Oh, me no kasente. Oh, me no kasente." I'm like, "Mom, it's not like me too.
It's hard.
Me too, but I'm trying to tell you, your era and my era is different."
But it looks like everybody is trying to like ignore our society and do our thing. So it's good. It's good. I think it's good.
I mean,
I
when
wouldn't
society
say
doesn't,
ignore
say we're trying to
society.
ignore society.
Yeah, but
I'd say
take
that
some and leave some. Not
like,
all
yeah.
is, you know.
Because some of the things that in terms of even when you're talking about the tomboy dressing, right? And I was gonna say that yes, it's nice as a girl to want to be a tomboy and dress up, but just imagine having a son, right?
And he's
And
just
then he wants to dress like a girl.
yeah.
And he says, "Is that's what I want to do?" Like,
Yeah, allow
in
me to do.
So we also need. That's what I always say. We also need to understand that part where parenthood comes, because you don't stop being a parent till. So everybody, I feel like, as I said, like communication. But
Yeah.
So are
African
you saying
parents don't-
is? Oh God, I don't want to ask this question.
Please ask me, baby
It's
girl.
going to go
It's gonna take us back.
It's gonna take us back.
It's going to.
But I get where you're coming from, though, Kathy.
Yeah.
So would you say them stopping you actually helped? Because now,
You know what I'll say? Yeah? I'll say that. This is so deep.
Kathy, okay. I
So
get
no,
what you
let me
mean.
just say that. I'll say that them stopping me. I don't. When sometimes sometimes your parents have things that they want you to do, and then you also want to do certain things. I think the most important thing for you as the individual experiencing the things they want you to do is just make sure that you don't have regrets. So yes, sometimes your parents want to lead you to a path, and then you also want to do something.
Do you regret it or not?
That's what I'm saying. I don't regret it. Because
I
either
also don't
way, it would
regret it
have
because
been a
I feel
good way either way.
I have
Because the
like-
path I'm going to is also good,
I feel
and the
like-
path they want me to go to is good. But I'm the villain in my story.
Yeah.
You understand? So yeah.
I also don't personally. I don't regret it because I feel like then I have two styles. I can dress, I can dress like a tomboy. I can show up as a girly girl as well.
Yeah. So
Don't
has
think
anyone
anything of it.
had
just going to
regrets?
this point.
Okay.
Because even coming to Ghana, mom was like, because there's a whole craze of people moving to Ghana,
Yeah.
making it look cool. But I was like, are you sure? Are you coming to Ghana for? Then my mom, who is in Ghana, is asking me why I like
Are you
Ghana.
coming?
She can be in a brochure, but she's not just to be in a brochure, but she's in. So you're telling me, why am I coming to Ghana? Are you sure? Let me pray for a child. Any evil manipulation?
It's better you come and experience it for yourself.
yourself.
If it doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
then you go back.
And for me, it was like, no, I feel like I want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me what I want to do, because if I
Yeah.
want to move anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
you can't stop me. So the country I'm from in Kasa, why you want to stop me from coming? So even me, that was a really big decision for me to make, where I gave up my apartment and everything that I had there, and I moved. My apartment was beautiful. I faced Westfields. I had a beautiful view.
How long have you been here?
6 months, over 6 months.
Do you regret so far?
No, I don't even miss my apartment.
That's good.
Do
to
you know
hear.
why?
That's good to
Because
hear.
by God's grace, I'll build my own apartment. It's something like,
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
if I stayed in the UK, I wouldn't even be able to buy that place,
I
because
know,
they don't
right?
even let you buy that.
So I heard. Yeah.
I couldn't even buy it. So why am I there sweating? At the end of the day, I feel like sometimes it's a journey, and where you are is not going to be where you are forever.
Yeah.
But where you are is needed to get to where you need to be next.
Exactly.
Even if you don't see the results right now, wait.
It will definitely
you
come.
go to the next level, the next phase, and then you'll start seeing something. So don't feel like you have to see results right now in this place. You're moving.
I feel like I've
Slow
learned
but
a
steady.
lot today.
Yeah, and another, I like what you just said, Lapel. And I'll just like to add this, that in terms of being okay with delayed gratification. So don't just expect results. And another thing with our parents sometimes is maybe why they might be so hard is because they expect instant results. So it's like, I expect you to be this type of person, and they don't understand that it's gonna take some time.
Because I feel like they feel like, okay, yeah, they are doing great with the whole nurturing and stuff. Like, they are helping you. Like, they are basically life coaches, right? So they probably feel like, yeah, they should be seeing results, and then you too, you're doing your own thing.
You do your own. It's so annoying. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
what do you mean?
I mean, let's give them little grace sometimes. But we should,
we do give them grace. We didn't give them grace. Oh my God, mommy, I give you grace. I give all my parents.
I love my parents though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been good. My siblings.
Before we continue, I'd like to ask one
My
last
teachers.
question. Last question, then we are going to wrap this up. What strategies do you think can help women boost self-confidence and self-esteem? I think we need to leave our viewers with something, something to
Some
take home.
nuggets. Shots.
I think for me, really seeking, sometimes it's mental health issues, like maybe depression,
Yeah.
or your thoughts are not healthy, and maybe suicidal thoughts because of different things. So I feel like it's good to see someone who is qualified.
Seek help.
Seek help. Sometimes talking to your friend or your parents is not enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to see someone,
Professional.
a professional. Maybe they could even give you something, a drug, or maybe a natural herb to help. Maybe there's an imbalance of something in your body that is causing something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Seeking
They should
professional
basically
help,
seek
yeah.
a therapist.
Yeah.
If it's affecting
Help.
your daily life, yeah, you should seek help.
Yeah.
Ladies, Kathy, is there anything you want to, any gemstone you like to drop?
I drop it, but let's make sure it's not too heavy.
I like that.
Mimi
Let's
and
hear it.
Anyway, so I just like to say that as a young lady growing up, there are people that you look up to. You look up to certain celebrities, or you have mentors that you look up to. This for me. I'm gonna talk for what worked for me. Was mainly trying to be the best version of myself.
And yourself, yeah.
So everything that do, I try and put out my best.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but I mean,
Try.
I'm way better than I was like a couple of days ago or like some years ago. And I think that's the most important thing for me. I like giving yourself grace, which you're not taught. These things you're not taught. You learn them on your own. So discover what being confident means to you and work on it. Because for everything you have to work on it.
Yeah.
You can't just get up and say, yes, I'm gonna be confident. If you want to be confident, you read books, you face your fears. That means if there's a public speaking or you're in class, you raise up your hand and say, hi, can I answer the question? Even if you're trembling or even if you're shaking.
Yeah.
You take upon you unlock, so you challenge yourself
to be better.
to be a better person every time. And it's just in the little ways. So you can just start off. If someone is doing something to someone and you don't like it, say, hey, I don't like what you did to this person. It's a step forward. Yeah. So like they say, charity begins at home. So I always say, start in your own small way, and petit à petit, le si fait son nid. So small, little. So petit à petit, le si fait son nid. So little by little, you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And there's like delayed gratification. So don't expect ASAP results.
Yeah.
But know that you are better than how you were yesterday.
I mean, that's where growth comes in, right?
That's where growth. So know that you're better than like how you were yesterday, and
you're doing good. You're doing well.
Good. And if you're facing confidence or those type of issues, I'd say you talk to your teachers. Like I remember in school there's like maybe guidance and counseling. So they counsel you on how to be like a good person, right? Or like how to talk for yourself. So there are books. This program is here. You can watch,
exactly.
educate yourself, because honestly, nobody's gonna come and take you out of your pick you up and say
it starts with you, Kathy. Okay.
The decision has to be from yourself, sweetheart.
Get it.
So all my love, just start with yourself. That's what I love to say. Thank you.
Choose yourself,
Kathy.
put
Mimi.
yourself first. Choose yourself. Embrace yourself how you are. Learn, unlearn, relearn. Understand yourself.
Take some, leave some.
Yeah. Always put yourself first. That's the most important thing.
I also add these ones from the books. So what Lapel said, seek professional help if needed. Practice assertiveness, learn new skills, like Mimi said. Celebrate your achievements. The little things that you do, don't feel like, oh, they are nothing. So like, celebrate them because you know what you went through. Take care of yourself. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family, people. Challenge negative thoughts.
Is that a question? So
Let me finish. Challenge negative. Focus on your strengths. Set realistic goals. Practice self-compassion. This one is dear to my heart. Please be kind to yourself. Even when you're in the toughest, moments.
Even when you've done something so stupid, still.
Give yourself
grace. Give yourself grace.
Be kind to yourself.
Yes.
This is what I like to leave with you.
Yes.
Cassie, your question.
So I was saying that you said surround yourself with supportive people. What if you don't have supportive people around you? How do you deal with something like that?
Find people who are supportive.
How do you find people?
You don't necessarily have to. If you can't find supportive people,
be your own support, sweetheart. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Support yourself.
A community is very important.
You're not an island.
you have to try.
You're not island of your own, but I'm saying start with yourself, and people will have to join in. That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
Choose
It's
yourself.
true. It's true.
Choose yourself first. Choose yourself.
Well, I agree with all of you.
Oh,
I agree.
we
what
agree
you
to
said.
I agree with you too.
Thank you.
It starts with you. Go to church. There are groups like you
There are
said,
groups,
community.
stand to those
Your
things.
mom goes to church. Your dad goes to church.
Why are you home?
You can find people, supportive people. They're going to talk to your pastor. You can't say
Society has everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, at your doorstep. So
And lastly,
Lastly.
Eventbrite. You know, there's so many events happening in Ghana on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite,
Tree
yes.
lessons, baking. There's so many fun things.
Like,
So if you know you enjoy something, do it with other people who enjoy the same thing.
Right.
Make friends. That's
Yeah.
so,
Make
that's
friends.
so good.
That's so good. Yeah, that's so good.
Wait.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Guys, so in your discussion, I've heard you talk about childbearing, the responsibilities that come with childbearing, labor, But which of you know about ectopic pregnancy?
Yes.
I think I've heard about it. Is it when it's in the ovaries, in the fallopian tube?
Fallopian tube, yeah.
It's when the fertilized egg outside
The womb.
The womb. Yeah.
Like, it's so dangerous to the point that
Some people don't even realize that
people don't
Wow.
they're kids. Yeah.
and even if you survive it, you might end up losing
The baby.
Your life.
Hey.
baby, your womb, and
Wait.
giving you the pregnancy.
Your womb, your whole womb.
Yes, so I'm giving you
Hey.
a typical example,
Jehovah.
a practical example. So there is this woman that came to my hospital.
Okay.
She was pregnant. It was an ectopic pregnancy.
Okay.
I'm saying this because in your discussion, we also talk about how society, the society
Expectations.
expects you
Expectations, yeah.
To give birth.
and all that.
Yeah.
So this woman came to the hospital with her husband, and then the pregnancy happened to be ectopic pregnancy.
Ectopic.
And they were advised that the doctor should abort the pregnancy.
Wow.
And the man insisted that the woman should give birth.
Oh.
How?
Yes, because he wants a child.
He's
And
mad.
he doesn't even care about
The woman.
woman's life.
Ah, that's so.
So this is what happened at the end.
Oh my God.
He lost both the child and then the wife.
You're lying.
I'm telling you facts.
This is real life.
Yes, real life.
He should get sued.
Psychotic.
Wait, but why did the woman still go ahead with it?
About him being he represents the society trying to.
Yes, he review.
Yeah, forcing, and then you see, you've met your
Let
end.
me make my power. I'll let you girls know. What would you advise, or what would you?
But
talk
I feel like that's
Honestly,
not
personally,
on
this
point.
is
hear everyone's views.
this is a shocker to me. Like, I'm actually dumbfounded. The fact that, see, me, the moments I heard, if the doctor has come to say that, okay, this is what can put me in, will put me, Kathy, she's recording. Oh, sorry. Oh, Sammy, you're not recording. Oh my God. If the doctor has come to say that, oh, this is what's going to put me in danger and our child in danger, and you still go ahead to like say, then I'm not with someone. You don't love me.
Yeah.
Like, what wow, you put me second.
and that should be the end of me.
That
and
should
you.
be the end of the marriage.
Yeah.
Lady, so if you're in something like this, please leave. I beg you. I don't care how much you love the man, because clearly they don't love you.
They're selfish.
I don't know who to blame, the man or the woman.
No, the man, please.
Because the woman, if she decided to get rid of
Why didn't she even leave? Why did she even?
That's why we
did
say
she
you have
still
to choose
go ahead
yourself.
to-
Put yourself
to have the
first.
baby? What was she thinking?
Because for me, a baby cannot grow in your fallopian tubes. It cannot expand.
It's too
I don't
I
know.
feel like she was
It cannot
ignorant.
do that.
There was this woman ignorant because
So
I
I feel
feel
The hospital would have educated, the doctor would have educated
told
her,
them.
like, you are going to lose your life.
I would like to assume the doctor did.
So I'm telling you that they were educated.
They were educated, and the man
That
still
is
told.
ectopic pregnancy. And
Oh
in
my
ectopic
God.
pregnancy, the child
Yeah,
doesn't
the child
survive.
That's why.
But the mother can survive if they take it out
Yes, if
early.
it is noticed
surgery
early.
early.
Okay, and aborted.
How do you notice it? How would you know?
As ultrasound.
Oh, but what if you don't know you're pregnant?
You don't know. You know
You
you're
don't
pregnant,
know.
but you don't know it's ectopic.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Until
okay.
There's an investigation.
Okay, I get what
In
you're
this
saying.
instance, there was an investigation done, and they were told that it
was ectopic. Oh my God.
But the man still insisted that the woman should
Oh, then he clearly wanted to have
He
to
wanted to
kill
kill
her.
her. Yeah.
hour, and then when they were rushed to the theater, the woman had bled profusely,
Oh,
and then they lost both.
oh my God.
No, what? So
my
you see, I feel like it's both of their responsibilities. They both did the wrong thing. The woman did the wrong thing by listening to him, and the husband did the wrong thing by advising her like that. Because at the end of the day, it's your body, and no one should tell a woman what to do.
Yeah, the
with her
fact that
body.
you're married doesn't mean the person completely owns you. Please,
Yes.
your life first.
Yeah.
Your life first, ladies. Hey, yeah, I'm even shocked.
And she's gone. Oh,
She's gone. This same man will remarry.
exactly sharp.
Time frame.
Will
Quick.
remarry.
Is the time frame that will even bust your brain?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he'll be with the fiance at the funeral.
At the funeral. That's the sad. It's sad.
Please
it's so
don't
sad.
do this. Don't do this to
Honestly.
yourself,
So
please.
I think when it
So-
comes to life and death things, you have to take the decision for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another thing, I don't know much about marriage. I'm sorry, but I feel like some women, they enter into marriage and then they've taken your husband and you are one, like very personal. Because how did you not know that this could, like, your husband says so yeah, you have to do it. And now we all know the end results. Now we've seen the end results now.
But I feel that if the parents and the family of the woman were supporting her, I'm sure she would have confidently gone for the
we don't know about that one. But
maybe it would have given her enough vim.
Yeah, maybe if she had involved her family. I don't think this thing would have happened though.
Yeah. What if they told her and she didn't listen? At the end of the day, they can't push you.
They can't push you.
Yeah. Like, they can't take you to the hospital, go and abort. She has to give her consent. So, at the end of the day, it's her.
Yes, it's on her.
I think we shouldn't fully blame the man. She's also part. Because at the end of the day, you are your own person, and then you allowed it to happen to you. So you're so sorry. Rest in peace.
But then again, she's in a marriage, and she's in an African culture.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. So
it's very difficult for her to even say, "No, I'm not listening to you. I want to do what
yourself
this."
first.
No, yourself first. The man was thinking about himself when he said he wanted a child. Though he wasn't thinking about you.
Anyway,
I'm getting pissed at this point, guys.
Can you literally wrap up? Can we wrap up our main show? Like,
wow. Guys, I don't even know how to even wrap up again. Wow. This is where we say goodbye. This is the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. You took, something from it, Basically, you enjoyed everything we said here, and then,
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment.
Do you want to do it for me?
No, because I didn't know whether you were going to remember or not. You took a long pause. That's why I said, let me just say it.
Let me just say it again.
Okay.
This is the point where we say goodbye, last lickers. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. You took some of the advice, you took some, you left some. When we talk, you don't have to take all.
we don't know everything.
We don't know everything, so but then you take some and then you
disclaimer.
Everything is allegedly.
Yeah, but I'm hoping you enjoy the conversation. And also let us know whatever if you want to pass any comments, you want to let us know something. Put it in the comment section. Yeah, about it. Ladies, it's a sigh for me. You guys are tired.